Hello, my beautiful people. I am back. This week was really difficult for me, very draining, not only emotionally and mentally, but I can tell you physically, Monday and Tuesday, I could have slept straight through. Even though I had a ton of things that I needed to do and get done, I could have slept, but I didn't. Thank you, God, for getting me through to Thursday. I'm so looking forward to the weekend. The immense feeling I had yesterday and today, which is very common when I get this kind of intense draining. It's happened to me before many times. I get this feeling of I want to escape. I want to take PTO, take some time off, and head to the woods and go camping and commune with nature and, hang out with the trees and the soil and the grass and just kind of walk barefoot and be with nature and let my primal energies out. But it's just been like really difficult because I really want to do it, but I can't. And that feeling of resistance when I can't do something I want to do, it just makes me kind of irritated. But I had way too much going on this week, so I could not step away. But I do have the camping trip planned for early May. Don't know where yet, but I'm scoping out areas so I can go camping. But the one message that I've been receiving this week so heavy was the feeling of like comparing your life to other people's lives. And the one thing that kind of made it really intense for me is that a lot of times people don't realize that today we have it far worse. When I was younger, we didn't have social media and stuff. So we didn't have to look at all these people who set up these beautiful scenes where they have, a perfect picture on the ocean and they got this perfect multi-million-dollar house and multi-million-dollar condo and they have all these nice things and nice cars and all these things. It was harder to kind of pull that stuff off back in the day because we didn't have social media like we have today. Today you can literally rent a fake airplane to sit in and pretend you're flying to Dubai. It's crazy, like the lengths they go to make you believe that they have some type of life that they live. The fakeness is insane. But a lot of times today, the comparison isn't just, I'm comparing myself to the Joneses, to the neighbors or my friends that have this and, oh, they got the brand new station wagon and I have my clunky car in the driveway. It's not like that anymore. Now it's like you're competing against the people on social media who have a multi-million-dollar house or condo, or they have a $1 million vehicle, or they have they even pay, a lot of these men even pay for the women that they have. I mean, this is the lengths that these people go to show a certain image to people. And the one thing that's important to remember is the most important person you need to compare yourself to is yourself. Are you better than the person you were yesterday, the week before, the month before, the year before? And if you're not, what can you do to get yourself back on track so that you can be better? Don't compare yourself to these other people who have fake lives, because I'm going to tell you something. If you don't know this already, let me tell you the truth. A lot of these people are renting this stuff. They rent the houses by the hour. They rent the cars by the hour. These dealers, a lot of times with these car dealers, I watched this one short documentary that was done about this one influencer in Miami who rents these vehicles. These are cars that they're trying to sell. So they have these influencers rent these cars because it kind of shows the car off out on the road. Makes sense, right? Perfect marketing deal. Yeah, put my car in your video. That's free advertisement, right? So they give them a discount to rent the car. I mean, there's all kinds of deals that go on in the background as to why these people have these extravagant things that they're able to show on their social media. The reality is that a lot of these things, they don't own them. They rent them, which I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to own it either, because if I'm not using it all the time, why would you? But the point I'm trying to make is, what you see versus what's reality is very different. A lot of these people, this isn't how they live. Yes, they have money. Yes, they have fame. They have all these things. But there's a lot of complex things that come with having all this stuff. I actually used to work with some wealthy people, and I know they have their own set of headaches. Okay, if you think for 1 second that you're going to come into millions of dollars and you're not going to have any headaches, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, because they have massive headaches, like bigger headaches than we could ever imagine. People always trying to con them, steal money from them. Yeah, it's crazy, the stuff that they have to deal with. But Even though when I used to work with people who were very wealthy, I never compared what I had compare to what they had, because they were living a completely different life. And for me, what was most important was quality. I could have all those things if I wanted to, right? I could get that great career. I could start that great business. I could do all these things to level myself up to get to that point, but maybe that's not the stuff that's going to make me happy. Maybe for you, different things make you happy. Maybe you like to travel. You don't like to spend your money on a big house and nice cars. Maybe for you, it's mobility. You want to be able to travel around, or you want to be able to take an RV around, or whatever it is that you want to do. Those things that make you happy are the things that bring quality into your life. So even though you might see quantity on social media and what people post, doesn't necessarily mean there's happiness that comes with that. Quality is what brings you happiness. Depth brings you happiness. It's the stuff that has meaning behind it. For me, I prefer quality over quantity. I would prefer to have one amazing friend than to have 10 friends who are just standing on standby as opportunists waiting to see what they can get from me. I would rather have one genuine friend who is loyal, who reciprocates, who cares for me as much as I care for them. Quality over quantity. That's the most important thing. If you want to stand on your own and you want to stand for what you represent, quality. Quality is the most important thing, because people will notice that about you. If you're just filling your life with stuff, that says a lot about a person. It says they're very empty. They're trying to fill the void, right? It's like if you've ever been in a conversation with someone or sat in a room with someone who cannot handle quiet. They can't handle nothing being said. They can't just sit in silence. Have you experienced that? I know people like this. They have to talk constantly because silence makes them very uncomfortable. Everybody's different. Everybody has different ways of living, different things that they want, different ways that they handle situations. Everybody is different. You have to look at quality. What is it that's bringing value into your life? Okay? You just don't want to be filling the void. It's like somebody who can't sit in silence, just constantly has to talk and give you way too many details because they can't handle the silence. And silence is precious. It's okay. You can sit there in a room with someone and not have something to say. You don't always have to be talking. Maybe even just listen. Maybe you're not paying enough attention by listening to other people. Maybe you'll learn something, right? So my point is to this is you have to make sure that when you're living your life every day and you have people around you who have different things and different lifestyles, that you look at your life and compare it to who you were before. That's a fair way of gauging yourself. If you're gauging yourself against somebody who is like way up here and they've worked really hard to get up there, and you're just like here and you want to be up here, there was a lot that had to happen, right, in between here to get there. If you want to get there, you have to put the things in place that are going to get you to that point. And that's where manifestation comes in. A lot of times I hear people all the time say, oh, you're ridiculous. You think you're just going to think of something and it's just going to happen. No, that's not how manifestation happens, my dear. Okay. When you manifest, you're putting things into place to have that thing happen. So you got to put things into action towards the thing that you want. So you actually, nothing's going to happen unless you put action items into place. Unless there is action, there is no movement. You are not going to move forward. And it's like me sitting in this dead space of depletion and feeling like this heavy weight of almost feeling like I'm depressed and all this stuff. If I want to come out of that, there's work that has to be done, right? I got to get my head out of that space. It's the same thing with success. You see somebody has some stuff, you got to figure out how they got there. That's when you ask, so what did you do? What's the secret? What was your plan? Ask the questions. You'd be surprised. People are more than willing to teach you and share. They might not be willing to just give you shit, but they'll be willing to teach you and share how they got there so they can watch you and help you elevate yourself. There is nothing more rewarding than when you see somebody use your knowledge and your abilities and your understanding and your know-how to elevate themselves, because what you know and what you learned helps somebody else succeed. That is a rewarding feeling. It's like when they say a manager's success is through their employees, their staff success. I was a manager at one time. It's a high rise, right? When your employees are doing well and you're like, yeah, it's a good feeling. You want to see other people elevate. You want to see other people do well. So of course you want to teach them and share with them how you got the things that you got in your life. And each one of us can do it. It's just a matter of knowing how to do it and what to put into play to make those things happen. But you have to stop comparing yourself to the people on social media, the people in the news, the people on movies. You got to stop comparing yourselves to these people. These people have different lives. They're not living your life. You just do the best that you can from yesterday, the week before. That's what matters. You have priorities, problems that other people don't have, right? We each have things going on in our lives that other people don't understand. Sometimes we don't even share all the things that are going on in our lives. We just feel completely overwhelmed and consumed. There is so much that has to be considered when you think about stuff that you have, possessions that you have, friends that you have. Is it bringing quality into your life? Is it valuable in your life? I'm going to tell you, I've been around groups of people where they were like, oh, let me introduce you to some of my friends. They invite me over. I meet their group of friends. Okay, we're going to use quotes, friends. And the whole time I'm sitting there, all I'm doing is reading the room, reading everybody's behavior. And I'm thinking to myself, these are all opportunists. Everyone sitting in this room wants to use you. And they're looking for an opportunity at how they can take from you. Whether it's your time, your resources, whatever it is. There are people who sit in rooms with you that are opportunists. And if you're successful at anything, you got to have at least one of them around you. And you know who they are. They're always the one jumping out when an opportunity comes out. You want to have people around you in your inner circle who are loyal to you, who appreciate you for who you are and where you are at your point in your life. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have. The depth and quality of that relationship has to go beyond the materialism. It has to go beyond possession. It has to go deep within, to heart, to soul. It needs to have depth. It needs to have substance. It needs to tap into your heart and into your soul enough so that you're like, this person is somebody I really cherish and they add a lot of value into my life. Whether it's somebody you can talk to openly with, or you can share hobbies and interests with, or, you know, in your hardest times that they're there and help you navigate through those times, and they're your support and you're their support as well, that this goes back and forth. You got to look at quantity in your life. It's so important because you deserve that. Just having stuff filling up your space is not quality. It's quantity. You want to have quality in your life. That's the most important thing. And a lot of times these things, what is considered quality, are defined by society, social media, advertisements, like all the things that go in for family, friends, all the influences that you have in your life are programming you to believe that certain things are achievements, certain things are goals. No. You have your own mind. You do the things that you want to do. You find out what goals you want to achieve in your life, and you put into action what you need to do to be able to make those things happen for you in your life. Because you can make it happen. If you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. You just have to have a plan. And it has to be the right plan for you. Not everything is meant for everybody. I mean, if you're trying to achieve a goal that just doesn't fit in your box, it's not going to happen. You got to be realistic about what your life is and what you need in your life and what's going to bring you happiness. And once you're real about that and you go after those things, it will be much easier for you to achieve. You got to find what makes you happy. Happiness will give you success. I remember telling my kids when they were younger, I drill it into them all the time. Do what you have a passion for. Do what it is you love. because no matter what it is, even if it's flipping burgers, you'll be successful at it. The last thing you want to do is to do something in your life because everybody else expects you to do it. You need to do what you need to do for your own life, for your own happiness, because you're the only one living your life. Other people in your life, they're not living your life. They have no idea day to day what you're going through, what you're coping with, what you're handling, what stresses you have. They don't know. Your relationships need to be beyond surface level. The love should be unconditional. Loyalty shouldn't even have to be spoken. You should see it in that person's actions. Actions do speak louder than words. I will say, I'm always amazed when I meet new people in my life and I just observe their actions towards me. It says a lot. They don't even have to speak to me. I can tell by the little things that they do. That to me is quality. I like seeing action. I like seeing by example what people do. They don't even have to say anything to me. I know that they care. I can just tell by how they treat me and what the things that they do around me. It shows a lot, and I notice it all. Blessings, they look different to everyone. What is your blessings will look different than mine. It doesn't make them any less, any more. They make them special to you. And I really hope that this message resonated with you. And if it didn't, it wasn't for you. You know what to do. Move along. But I want to tell you all that you are so worth having blessings in your life, and God loves you. You are special. You are meant to live a wonderful life, however that life looks for you. And don't compare yourself to other people and how they live, and stop looking at this social media and thinking that you don't have enough, because you do. You do. Set your priorities right, have good people around you, and have quality in your life, because you're worth it. You are. Blessings, everybody.